The alcohol started reacting in Miss Kang's body. She could feel a pair of eyes fixed on her, took the bottle from the bar counter and poured it into the empty glass she was holding. Need to talk with you, Mr. Kim Tae-young. I'm sorry, I don't have clear idea about the alcohol and bars. On the other side, they was checking the time on his phone screen. It was almost 8 p.m. in the night. They needed to return and go through those notes. He was thinking about only and only these things when Miss Kang took her glass and gradually started coming towards him. Hey, mister, am I that beautiful? Why do you always keep staring at me all the time? Miss Kang came and wanted to secure the seat beside him, but she trembled. They knew what was happening with Miss Kang. He carefully helped her to sit beside him. One part of him wanted to have an honest conversation with Miss Kang, yet his conscious side kept reminding him who Miss Kang was, Yoongi's sister, and probably be his student from the next day.
Why the handsome looking men are so grumpy? Never answer me. Drunk Miss Kang put her head on Tae's shoulder. They almost felt blank when he heard Miss Kang. He couldn't stop himself from smiling. You are drunk, Miss Kang. Miss Kang. So? Tae. We should go home now. Miss Kang. Yes, you are right. You should go home. What you are doing here? Tae. You told me that you just wanted to get drunk. You are drunk, so we should go. Your brother knows about these alcohol things. Miss Kang. So what? He will scold me like he had restricted me from dating cause he doesn't want me to go through the breakup things? Tae. You never dated anyone? Miss Kang. I should not lie, yet I'm drunk, so I will pass. They started scrolling down his phone and started searching the distance from the bar to Yoongi's place. Young lady, where to stay tonight? Yoongi Hyung's house is quite far from here. Miss Kang, in my house? Can you take me there? They, yes, please give me your address. Miss Kang, in Gangnam district? They, I live there too. Miss Kang, you handsome faced man, you also live there. But why did we never meet? Cause I don't live there. I had to stay in my dorm. Why this degree is so painful to achieve? They, do you want to walk or I will carry you to my car? Miss Kang, I will love to be carried in your arms, Mr. Handsome Ice Cube. They, Ice Cube? Really, Miss Kang? They glanced at the clock. It was 8:45 p.m. I promised Yoongi Hyung, please. They took her into his arms and started walking towards the exit of the bar. Miss Kang's hands were loosely wrapped around his neck. You look so handsome. She traced his jawline with her index finger. For Taehyung, it was something he always wanted. He wanted to be treated special by her. He knew he was handsome, but he wanted that recognition from her. While carrying her, they felt like he won something. He carefully secured her in the passenger seat. Don't move. He used his soft voice before closing the door. He almost ran to the other side and secured himself in the driver's seat. They reached in the Gangnam district. They checked the time. It was 9:30 p.m. in the night. Miss, where do you live? Miss Kang. In SNU dorm? They. Where is your house? Miss Kang. In this road. Keep driving. They. Exactly where do you live? Miss Kang. Maybe in this house? She pointed at a random house. They. This house belongs to Parks. What are you saying? They dialed Yoongi's number to ask Miss Kang's address. Yoongi, 여보세요, 대형. 형, send me Miss Kang's address. Yoongi, don't say you drove her to the Gangnam district. Tae, she said her house is here. Yoongi, she recently bought one but renovation is still pending. Tae, Young. Yoongi, take care of her. Take her to your place. It will not be convenient for you to drive at my place and return back to your. Tae, will she be okay with it? Yoongi, what would happen to her if you were not there? It could be worse. She should be more careful. It was her fault. She didn't make a foolproof plan. Tae, okay, Young. Good night. Are you taking me to your place, cutie? Drunk Miss Kang chuckled. Tae, are you sober now? Miss Kang, are you going to kiss me? Tae, shut up. He drove the car to his place. Miss Kang, will you not carry me? They smiled. I will help you, don't worry. They looked at Miss Kang, who was also blushing in embarrassment after spilling the words. Are you a little sober now? Miss Kang, I'm hungry. They, you are not sleepy? Miss Kang, no. They, you are going to help me with the notes. I will cook something for you. They pressed password and unlocked the door. He could sense something fishy, like someone's existence in his place. Miss Kang, you can cook? They, no, and stop talking. I guess someone is in the kitchen. Miss Kang, thief? Gangster? They, shh. I guess one of the bulletproof boys. Come, sit on the couch. Except Taehyung and the bulletproof boys, nobody knew the password, but he forgot. He gave his Korean parents the spare key to his place. Mrs. Kim, who took care of Taehyung when he decided to move to Korea for his higher studies, wanted to congratulate him for becoming a professor. She filled Tae's empty fridge with his favorite home-cooked food and was waiting for him to surprise. Mrs. Kim was a professional divorce lawyer. She was never against love. Her mentality was not even stereotyped, but she was strict. Strict on Kim Tae-hyung. She never forced him to be a doctor, but she had always set a clear bar for him. She had always successfully separated her personal and professional life, and she was afraid of the fact that she might be ended up being the lawyer for Tae's divorce. She just wanted Tae to be responsible from every aspect, and Tae was. But when she saw Tae carrying a drunk teenager, she just froze on her spot. They, I mean Mr. and Mrs. Kim, had asked him several times if he had someone in his life, and he had always denied. Mrs. Kim was not hurt, but the fear inside her was triggered. And of course, Tae was completely unknown of the fact. Wow, you handsome faced man. You have such a great house. Drunk Miss Kang blabbered and tried to take off her shoes. They put the notebooks on the study table. How tall are you? Miss Kang, 5 up. I know the answer, Professor. 165 centimeter. Exactly, it's 164.9 centimeter. Tae, why did you put on these 6-inch heels? Wanna touch the sky? Miss Kang, before the day I die. They helped her to change into slippers and helped her to be seated on the couch. Miss Kang, you have such a beautiful face. Why do you always stare at me? You give me such a cold vibe. You ice cube. They wanted to protest as Miss Kang had already given him a few nicknames. But he just smiled. Beautiful or handsome? He chuckled while filling a glass with water for Miss Kang. Miss Kang, if I have said you're handsome means I have already fallen for you.
I'm just trying to resist myself from that. They sat beside her. With one hand, he stabilized her. Have some water. He raised the glass. Sip. Miss Kang. You are so cute. They knew he should go through the anatomy notes, but he didn't want to leave the drunk Miss Kang. He started flipping the pages of one of the notebooks. Did you do this during the class? Miss Kang. Actually, I also need to study and I usually write on the last pages of the notebook first. They looked at Miss Kang and flipped the pages. They looked at the doodles. What Miss Kang had done in the classroom was clearly printed on it. He smiled. He smiled looking at the games where Miss Kang tried to match her name with other guys and resulted to be their sister or enemy. You believe in these stupid games? Miss Kang. Try my name with your. If it results L for love, but it will not. Miss Kang just teared the paper and started making a paper plane. You're nervous because you have to stand on the dais. They nodded. Yeah. Do you have any solution? Miss Kang. You have nothing to do with these stupid notes. Just believe in yourself. You are eligible enough. That's why you have cleared all the stages in such an early age. And one more thing. They, wow, a drunk woman is trying to motivate me. Am I crazy? Miss Kang, don't worry about the spelling professor when you can't use autocorrect. Just go for the short form. That's it. They smiled. Thank you for providing me the solution. Are you hungry? Miss Kang, yeah. They tapped on her shoulder. Stay here. Miss Kang, what if you forgot me and eat everything all by yourself? They, then come with me. I thought the couch would be comfortable for you. It was not that they was handling someone drunk for the first time, but they was dealing with a drunk teenager for the first time. Realizing that, he just chuckled. They was about to enter into the kitchen and confronted with a familiar figure. Umma? They could feel a sense of fear. He tried to make an eye contact with the lady wearing a fake smile. They, Umma? She's drunk and hungry. Mrs. Kim, I have brought some food and already preheated. Enjoy the dinner with your girlfriend. They, Umma, please don't go. Stay here tonight. Mrs. Kim wanted to say no as she was feeling quite awkward. She looked at Tae. He would be hurt if she leaves his place at night. She thought she must be happy for the boy she raised. What does your girlfriend do? Tae. Student studying medicine. And drunk Miss Kang entered into the kitchen. She was about to say something when they shoved some food into her mouth. How's it? My mom cooks the best, I know. Miss Kang didn't choke but struggled to chew the mouthful of kimbap. The alcohol effect on her was getting sober. She felt ashamed of herself for being drunk in front of the lady of her mother's age. Sorry, Dr. Taehyung. Thank you for bringing me here. Please let me to sleep on the couch for tonight. Mrs. Kim. Taehyung, you don't need to feel awkward. You should not hide your relationship with her. Don't let her sleep in the living area. I will use the guest room for tonight. Sleep well. Miss Kang looked at the middle-aged woman and tried to figure out what she said, but didn't utter a single word. Taehyung was also surprised but didn't protest. He just nodded his head. After eating some kimbap, Taehyung and Miss Kang went inside the bedroom. Tae, I guess you're a little sober now? Miss Kang nodded. Are we going to share this bed? Tae, we are going to share the room but not the bed. Now don't think so much and sleep.